Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Whip It Like Butter. It's your girl Ashley, y'all, and today we're making a yellow pound cake. Let me show y'all with chocolate frosting. Okay, so we didn't put any food coloring in this cake. We wanted to keep the natural yellow, so it's got like a hint of yellow. It's not all food coloring color yellow. Didn't want to put any of that stuff into this cake. And what's funny, like when I was researching this recipe, it kept saying like it was a birthday cake. And I'm like, I don't remember, growing up this being a birthday cake. This was just like one of those staple cakes in the family, okay? So let me know down in the comments, like, is this a cake, that y'all made for birthdays, or if it was just kind of a staple cake in y'all's family, like mine. Okay, so anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm show y'all how it's done. Let's go. Now it's time to whip it like butter. So we're adding our unsalted room temperature butter into our bowl. We're gonna get that all nice and whipped before we slowly add in our sugar. And so what we're doing here, slowly adding in our granulated sugar. I just think it blends so much better that way. Yep, and then once we've added that, we're going to go ahead and whip that together as well. And we're going to go ahead and add in our vegetable oil. And we're going to keep that going for about 2 minutes on about low medium speed until it's about like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the vanilla extract. And we're going to mix that together and go ahead and add the eggs. It don't need to be mixed together that long. Just go ahead and add your eggs right after that. Eggs are room temperature as well. Y'all know how we do. One at a time, mixing well after each addition. You don't want to see no yellow. If you see yellow, it's not mixed in there well, okay? So you just go ahead and do that until you've used all of your eggs. Added all your eggs into the bowl. And y'all can see here how the batter is transforming when you add the eggs. It's making it kind of like creamy like, okay? All right, so we've added all our eggs to the bowl. So we're going to go ahead and start alternating our flour with our buttermilk. As always, we're going to start with our flour and we're going to end with our flour. So once our flour was incorporated into the batter, we added our buttermilk. Once our buttermilk incorporates into the batter, I want you to see how it changes right here if you're new to my channel. And then you add your next ingredient. So it doesn't matter how many, if you want to do 3 and 3 or 2 and 2 or whatever, as long as you start with your flour and end with your flour. We don't fully mix, so we can get in there and finish by hand so we don't over mix. So I'm just starting around the edges that oil is mixed into the batter so it's making a good pool of the ingredients, how they're all blended together. So just stir it until you have all your batter mixed, and then you're going to spray the hell out of your bundt pan, as always, using Baker's Joy right here. And then we're going to go ahead and lay our batter nicely into that pan. So our oven is preheated to 325 degrees. That's my new favorite setting these days. Nice, low, and slow. And I'm still putting a pan of water in the oven. I just think it really helps. Not too much. I've noticed I don't need to put too much, like not more than a cup. Anyway, we're going to bake this cake on 325 degrees until it's nice and golden brown. And a toothpick inserted in the middle of the cake comes out clean. That's when your cake is done. Okay? Smooth the top of that thing and place that in the oven. All right, our cake is done. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over after I let it cool in the pan for 20 minutes. You want to go ahead and let the cake cool in the pan before you just take it right out of the pan, okay? So let's go ahead and start on our frosting while that cools. We have our melted butter. Then we have our cocoa powder. We're going to get that nice and blended together. Once it's mixed, you can go ahead and stop and scrape down the sides of the bowl as well. And then you can mix it together again. And then before you go ahead and add your next ingredient, which is the vanilla extract. Okay, and then we're gonna stop because we don't want all that powdered sugar kicking up. Okay, I'm gonna add all the powdered sugar in here at once, and we're gonna start nice and slow with mixing the powdered sugar into the batter. Now you can use a hand mixer. You can use a whisk. I think up until you add the powdered sugar, it's gonna be some doing if you don't use a mixer, hand or stand after you add the powdered sugar. So I'm adding the milk a little bit at a time. I've already measured this out, but I just want to make sure that I don't add too much because it can change. I could decide I want a little less or a little more, which you can add to, but you can't take out, right? And look at that frosting. You might want to kick the speed up a little bit too so it gets all nice and fluffy like how this icing is. I really love how it came out. It was even like soft after the fact. Like, you know, some chocolate frosting can get all hard and stuff like it. And I was concerned about frosting this cake, but I just, you know, freestyled and went with it. Wanted to put a nice good layer on there. And then I came in with my offset spatula. If you don't have one, go ahead and get in my description, and you can go into my Amazon store. You can get one as well, and just kind of just played around with the design, and I really like how it came out. So we're gonna give that thing a nice little cut before we get into the taste test. I was so happy how it came out. You never know with a cake. You can do the best you can, but you never know. But that cake came out with a nice and even crumb, and I was so grateful for that. Let's go ahead and taste this thing. Y'all, I'm so pleased with how this cake came out and like the frosting and how it went on to the cake. Just, Okay, y'all know I just got to start from the bottom. You know what, let me cut this. I want to taste the cake, just the cake without the icing first. I like it. Really moist. Glad I put that oil in the batter to go along with the eggs. Definitely made a difference. Okay, icing. That's good too. I'm not like crazy about chocolate. This is good. Like I like brownies, stuff like that. Snickers. I guess I like some chocolate, but chocolate cake, that's not gonna be my first pick. This is just enough though. That was just enough chocolate though, like just enough chocolate to complement the cake. So I want y'all to enjoy the cake like I did. Like I said, I'm not a big chocolate person, but that was good. The cake is nice and moist. It's got a lot of flavor. So go ahead and grab the recipe in the description box below. Don't be stingy. Always make sure that you share and join us back for more over here. Whip it like butter. Bye. Ooh, that end piece. Everything.